What's good, y'all? So this is pretty much going to be a yap session, so nothing to worry about, nothing to be very alarmed. I'm just going to be talking while playing COD in the background. I had many ideas, honestly. I should have wrote them down. But I guess the first one will have to be... I'm really lost, honest. No, the first one will be let's talk some football, bro. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. Cause that's pretty much this Sunday. So let's Oop, my screen went black up.
Team deathmatch.
That's pretty much this Sunday.
Black Ops, neutralize all threats.
Oops. So yeah, I mean you got Patriots who are going back to the Super Bowl versus the Seahawks. A rematch of 20, I can't tell you by memory. I would say like 2014, 2013. Can't really tell you 100%. What year it was. I really can't. I need to learn how they do that little movement, this thing. Like very consistently. Because when they shoot they go like this and it's hard because I'm more of a still player. But yeah, so you have Drake May. Who quote unquote is a very good quarterback. He's shown it in his rookie season that there's how do I explain it? That there's some light into his career, because in that 3-13 something like that, they won only 3 games. He did show some light once they started him. A lot. I wouldn't say it was closer the matches, but he did make a how would I say? He did make a difference. He did make a big difference once they started adding him to the team. So I mean, we gotta just wait and see how he does in the Super Bowl, I guess. Because I could say he was gun shy. He was gun shy in the AFC Championship. So that is something to really think about. That he was gun shy when the Patriots really needed him, which I mean he, at the end of it, before the snow started, I'm not gonna lie, he was getting the hang of it. Then the snow started and everything had to change a bit. But he was getting the hang of it. So I do think it'll, if the Seahawks don't immediately score touchdowns, if it's like a slow start, I do think it's an advantage for the Patriots. For the reason that my reasoning is mainly because I feel like Drake May is a bit of a by the AFC champion. When the pressure's on, he's a bit of a slow starter.
Enemy UAV detected.
He starts very slow. But that's not me judging him. That's not me like being like, oh, he's gonna do very bad. That's me just looking at like how how it was for the AFC.
Get me a UAV.
Because the closest thing you can compare players is how they do in the AFC Championship. Because if a player struggles, then it will show in the Super Bowl, in my opinion. Because it's literally the closest thing to it. You're fighting to have a spot in the big game. Now you're in the big game. Now let's see what you're gonna do. And I think that if things start slow, I think it's an advantage. But if the Seahawks come in hot, come in scoring touchdowns, I do think that the only team that will benefit out of that is the Seahawks. I don't think the Patriots would benefit if it's a slow start. So
Hostile UAV established above. Gotta get right where we want them. Keep it tight.
No, but I do think that there is that thing where if Drake may will start slow. I think it will because it's a Super Bowl. You don't want to get intercepted. You don't want to do this.
Clean work.
I personally don't know how the Patriots play. I don't know if they play risky. I don't know how they play. Because, for example, Jalen Hurts was gun shy in his first. Was a bit gun shy, you know what I mean? Like I mean, there's times where he's like that, where he's very gun shy because that's the system. That's the system that they were built. They were built on having less interception, and that's how it is. But what my idea, well, I do think if it's slow, then I would give the high ups to Jalen, to Drake May. I really do. I really would. But if it's one of those, if it's a fast start, I don't give it to him. I won't give it to him, honestly. I won't give it to him. Because it's one of those things where it's like, okay, the Seahawks have a great wide receiver core. Well, pretty much Smith and Jigba. Let's not act like they have a Cooper Kupp is there. But I mean, the main guy in there is no offense to Cooper Kupp. He's great at what he does, and I do think that it was very disrespectful what the Rams try to do to him, and I'm glad he actually went to the Seahawks. Because if your team is trying to make you retire early and say that you're a scrum, say that you're a bum, just to get rid of your contract.
The advantage is ours. Hold it.
In the end, in my opinion, you go to the rivalry team. I mean that's what you have to do. You have to go to the rivalry team. You have to be like, yo, you want to see what I can do, and you show them what's up. I mean that's what you have to do. You got to show them what's up. Because they disrespect you, and you gotta. And I mean, look at him now. He's in the Super Bowl. Well, he defeated the LA Rams in the NFC Championship. What more can you ask? What like true on? What more can you ask? I mean, you defeated the team that was saying that you're a bum. You pretty much did that. I mean. That's pretty much he won everything, you know? That's how I see it. That's how I would see it. So I guess we got there's a lot to assemble for this Super Bowl in my opinion. There is a lot. There is a lot to be like, yo, look at this, look at that. Oh, I was looking for another person. But yeah, there is a lot to be like, yo, there's a lot to look forward to in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, whoever wins, good for them. But as an Eagles fan, there's a part of me that just because of those comments of the Cowboys owner that he wants to be the most the owner with the most Super Bowl. Just because of that, I want the Patriots to win. Just because of that one comment. Yeah, you might be like, damn, that's petty. That's petty. That's extremely petty. But I mean, Brody's the one that thinks that he could win 3 Super Bowls in his lifetime, bro. Brody's like already 90 years old. So what are you expecting me? Oh my god. That dude is probably pissed because I killed him with the quick scope that one time.
Deploying RDXT.
Those things are annoying.
Enemy UAV detected.
I'm doing pretty bad in this one. But yeah, that's pretty much my idea of I mean the Super Bowl can go either way. I do believe that the Super Bowl can go either way. I'm just
Hostile UAV established above.
but I guess we'll just have to wait and see in my opinion. Oh my god, he died.
Grim, authorizing talk mission.
I saw that in the floor. I don't. Those things are annoying. But yeah, I mean, we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait and see what happens. In my opinion, we just gotta wait and see what happens.
Rule number 1. Read the manual.
Oh man, I took way too long. Nah, but yeah, I mean, there is a lot to see in the Super Bowl. I also am questioning if well, yo, this dude is so annoying with that, bro. I really hope that he's doing it mainly for camo grinding, because if he's not, I'm gonna that's very shitty of you of a person.
Enemy UAV detected.
Care package deployed. Establish UAV above.
Dang. Two guys died at the same time with the pistol. That's crazy.
Hostile UAV established above.
Another thing that's happening, that's gonna happen tomorrow because today is the 4th,
Hostiles are pulling ahead.
or whenever you see this rank, Road to Crimson videos might happen, so stay alert of that. Stay alert of that. That's gonna happen a bit more frequently, and hopefully this year, because I heard that there's gonna be a placement match.
All security personnel report to supervisors.
It's gonna be. I'm hyped. I'm hyped to see where they put me. Hopefully not. Like, I'm fine. Silver 1. I'm fine in the silver, but I don't want to be bronze. I don't want to be bronze. I don't want to start from the very bottom.
Okay.
What the fudge?
What? I mean, season 2 of Call of Duty. Now that we're playing this, we gotta talk about it. Boom. 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 Oh my God. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, what are we looking for? We're looking for tactical sprint and then fast hands. Okay. 14, level 11 and 14. That's not bad. So yeah, I mean, there is a lot of movement. So you move on to football, soccer. That is a longer of a story. I mean, in my opinion, is very crazy. You have Arsenal first in the Premier League, Arsenal first in the what is it called? In the Champions League, Arsenal in the finals, Arsenal still in the FA Cup. So they're up in 4 tournaments. I think they're gonna end up like Liverpool, choke at the end of the season and only win 2. I do think that they might only win the FA Cup in the Carabao, or maybe the Carabao and the Prem.
Eliminate
I
all
really
threats.
don't think that they're gonna win 4, and if they only win 1, I do think it might just be the Champions League. You might be like, dang, that's delusional. But in my opinion, it's how they always maneuvered. It's pretty much how Arsenal. I've seen Arsenal how they are, and I do think that if they're gonna
Please,
focus
Ars,
on one
stay on
thing,
task.
if they lose in everything, well, this is the Mikel Arteta era, pretty much. If they're gonna lose the Premier League, they're only gonna focus on the Champions League, and that's what they did last season.
The guild reclaimed the lead.
That's what they did last season. Was they lost, and they're like, all right, let's move to the Champions League. Let's only focus on that. We lost the Premier League, even though they were still in the Premier League title race, but they mainly focused on the Champions League. And I mean, it kind of worked out. The only thing is that PSG was already won the league. But I think because I mean, last year PSG won the league by this time. I don't think PSG has won it right now. I don't think they're champions right now.
Stay tight.
Because
We're in the lead.
PSG last year. PSG last year were already chanced by this time. And now that they're not, I mean, it's competitive again, bro. Because last year the only reason why PSG won was mainly because of that, mainly because they were able to rest their main players during league games. They didn't have that big of a worry of let me rest this striker because we're gonna need him for the Champions League, and then let's rest this player, like strategize it, because they pretty much had it already in the bag, and they could just be like, okay, we're gonna rest you, we're gonna rest you, we're gonna rest you, we're gonna rest all of y'all and get ready for the Champions League because that's what's next for y'all. You guys might not play for 2 games, this and that. Like, I mean, that was pretty much it for them. They won their league. They didn't need anything more. So I mean this year hopefully it's a bit different. Hopefully it's a bit different if they don't end up winning it in these couple weeks. I think it will be a bit different. Because that's one of the worst things. Bozo. That thing is already gone. I got a watchdog helo though, so. Dang. I mean.
Hostiles released a skewer.
No! And the skewer hit me. Damn. Nah, but honestly, I do think that could they win the quadruple? I mean, anything could happen. I'm not gonna say Arsenal can't win the quadruple, but I do think Bayern Munich is in a. I do think that the one team that could absolutely defeat them is that Bayern Munich team. I really do think so. I really do think that Bayern is the only team, because Bayern is doing well right now. I think they're in 2-game losing streak, or like they haven't won in 2 games, which is kind of an issue in my opinion, because they did lose to some easy teams. If I remember, I don't remember if they lost to St. Pauli. I need to check, because I know that they were down twice.
Hostile care package above. Enemy UAV detected.
Right here. Yeah, so they lost to Augsburg, which should have been a win, and they tied with Hamburg, which should have been a win in my opinion. Also, those are games that you should, in my opinion, have as a victory. You shouldn't be doing that, in my opinion, losing to teams like that. But you know, sometimes you can't win everything. But in my opinion, a fucking Rhino, great. In my opinion, you got Hoffenheim next in the Champions League. You ended up second. I mean, they're going for a treble this year, so I mean, the one thing I would say is that there's way too much games. I'm not gonna lie, there's too much games in my opinion. There's not enough like rest in my opinion. There's hella amount of games.
Enemy care package dropping.
Oh my god. There's way too much things happening right now. We lost this one, but I'm fine with that.
Anderson launching Deadeye drone.
What are you waiting for? Make your move.
Interceptor's ready for tasking.
What is that? No targets. What are you... I don't even know what was the use of that. Okay. Mention me in the comments.
Hostile erased.
Nah, but honestly, I do think it has to do a lot with Arsenal. I want to see how Madrid does because Madrid in the Champions League it's supposed to be a different story, but they're facing Benfica, who a team that they lost to. So that's another story, honestly, to tell, because it's like, damn, you're what are you? What a joke, you know? What a joke of a team right now they are. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, they're Madrid, they're this and that. No, they're a joke of a team. They're a joke of a team right now. It's a joke of a team. There's nothing to say about it. It's true. They're a joke of a team. There's nothing that anybody can say that could change my mind. In my opinion, they're a joke of a team. There hasn't been a time where I've seen them face a team the equivalent of Benfica, and I'm like, yeah, they're gonna lose. And worst of all, their manager is like, yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault. Don't blame the players. It's my fault. Put the blame on me. Like, no, you're supposed to. If you don't put the thing about Madrid, if you don't put the blame on the players are gonna walk over you, and they pretty much have. They pretty much have walked over him, and it showed that there is nothing there. And I think that's one of those bad things, because when you look at the great managers of Madrid, the guys who have been in top, there's only one guy who I could positively yes, that's the word, positively say that didn't really put too much on the, hey, you did this, you did that, but I don't even know in the background. I can't really say that, but that reminds me more of Ancelotti, a guy that was doing it more for the like that friendship, like people were saying, more of friendship power, like people were saying when they were winning it, than absolutely being like, yo, this is what you did wrong. Come on, we're Madrid. We stand up for this. We are for this. That's we are a team that are big. They're the biggest team in the world, and we gotta show that we are. Because that is, in my opinion, the problem with Madrid, that they're playing like the players are the big, but it isn't about the players. It's not about the players. It's never been about the players. It's been about the team able to get you. Just because you play in Madrid doesn't give you that opportunity to say that you're the best player in the world. It really doesn't. You could the only one that has an excuse is you could say is Mbappe, but even that, Ronaldo knew that he was the main guy when he was in Madrid. But he wasn't like Mbappe, that selfishness to ruin the whole chemistry, in my opinion. But that also goes for Vinny too. Vinny has a problem where I know that this is a very controversial spot that I'm gonna say, but Vinny has a lot of the problem. I think he was a lot of the problems when it came to Xabi Alonso. He was a big problem in my opinion when you really look at it. Because in my opinion, the one problem is not ego. It's not ego. It's that both of them want to play on the left, both Vinny and Mbappe, and finally Mbappe is a bit different. But you look at it and you're like, okay, where can we adjust it for Madrid? I also think that it's an ownership problem. The owner has a problem of not getting the actual players. Like right now, he's focusing more on young guys, instead of getting those guys that like, yo, let's improve this team. Let's get this team ready. Because defensively, Madrid isn't there. Madrid is not there defensively. Why does Madrid still? No disrespect to Alaba, but why is he in Madrid still? Why is Alaba still in Madrid? I'm gonna in a non-mean way. Why is he still in Madrid? Why is he still in Madrid? Why is Rudiger in Madrid? In my opinion, if you're trying to get, if I'm Madrid, I'm selling Rudiger and I'm getting a guy who's young and plays like him, which is Schlotterbeck. Schlotterbeck is literally a younger version of what you want, like of a player like Rudiger. He's the type of player. He's a Rudiger type. Obviously not aggressive as Rudiger, but he is stylistically like him. Stylistically, not actually like him, but like tall defender who, if you need him to play rough, he'll play rough. But I do think that there's things that Madrid doesn't want to push for, and I think that's the issue with. And I don't put the 100% blame on Florentino Perez, but there has to be also an ownership problem, an ownership being like, yo, a president problem, because I do think that the president builds the team, the president says who he wants and who he's thinking of getting. I mean, this is not the same. This is clearly not the same Florentino Perez that got them Spiegel. In my opinion, it's not the same guy. He's an old guy now. He's an old guy. He just, in my opinion,
Enemies have destroyed your drone pod.
It's hard to be like, oh yeah, that's what it is all about. That's what it is. When you're not building the midfielder, Jude Bellingham is literally dying in that midfield.
Skewer incoming. Enemy scout pulse active.
Like, why is there no hope for Rudiger and Valverde? They need one more guy in the midfield. I can't name you another midfielder that's like there, bro. That's really there. I really can't. And it could be endurance. This could be a very big problem. But I do think that they never did found the key replacement. the key replacement of someone like Toni Kroos. They never did find a replacement for him, in my opinion. They never did. They never did, and I think that's one of the problems. That's one of the problems that Madrid has, in my opinion, that they just didn't find anybody to replace Kroos, to replace Modric. Those guys that control the tempo. They really never found anybody to control the tempo, and I think that's a very big issue, and I think that will be an issue until they replace Rudiger with somebody, until they replace Alaba with somebody, until they are like, because if you're going young, and if you're saying, oh, the team is fine how it is, it's not. Defensively, it's not. Barcelona will continue winning if you continue with this type of defense. I'm sorry, but it's a fact. Barcelona will continue winning. There's nothing that'll change their mind. There's Barcelona fans can say that to you. Real Madrid fans, some, if they think realistically, could also say that. What's good, buddy? What's good, buddy? Oh, what's good, buddy? Could also say the same thing to you. I mean, come on. It's very obvious that that's an issue. That's a clear issue that Madrid has. That's a very clear issue, in my opinion. It's one of the clearest, most darning issues out there, in my opinion. There is nothing more issues than that. There's no bigger issue than that if you're Madrid. I mean, you could be like, oh, but you could say Xabi Alonso lost the locker room, this and that and this. But I don't even think Xabi Alonso lost the locker room. I think that they didn't like how Xabi Alonso was trying to run things, because when Ancelotti was there, it was mainly of yo, let's see what we could do with this, let's see what we could do with that, I'm gonna use you for this, you're the main guy, you're the guy. It's always been like that. And I think it's like the power of friendship again. Let's go back to that. It's always it's like that, you know. It's mainly like that, where it's like, yo, with you we got this. And with Xabi Alonso, it was mainly of an actual manager. It was like, yo, we're here to do some work. We're here to do this. We're here to do that. And I think one of the worst things that Madrid has is that if you bench a player, it's a statement.
Team deathmatch.
If you bench Vinny, it in the news articles they're like, oh, they're gonna discredit Vinny. They're gonna do everything, and you don't. And if you're a Madrid manager, you're also not trying to ruin the chemistry, you know, and that ruins the chemistry too. It really does. If you really think about it, it does ruin the chemistry. You can't be like, oh no, it doesn't. Xabi Alonso should have benched players. But if you're in a big club like Madrid, anything you do is out there. You want to bench players? It's in the news station. You don't play Vinny? Oh, 10 news articles about that. Like, you can't really do it a lot while you're the manager of Madrid. You really can't do a lot. Just look for example, Bale. When they benched Bale, there was rumors of him going to Manchester United. There was rumors of him going to this place. There's rumors of him not even want to be in there. And I think in the end it did affect Bale in a way that I don't even think he understood how much it affected him. Because in a way it did get into his mind that, do I really want to be in this club? Do I really want to be there? Maybe I just want to retire already and play some golf. Like, this team really doesn't really want me. I did everything in the Champions League finals. I scored a bicycle kick and they still don't want me. I mean, what's the point of even playing at my top level? at a top level when all they're gonna do is just bench me and treat me like that, you know? Like at that point, it really does affect their career. And like, if you're the manager, you don't want to 100% do that, you know? You don't 100% want to do that. So what do? You try to deal with it.
Damn it, lost the lead.
Which is not a good thing. Which is not a good thing. You just try to deal with it. And while you're dealing with it, it's not working. Why is it not working?
Scout pulse ready.
Because let's keep it a buck. If he benched Vinny, what would the articles be? Oh,
Deploying skewer on your target.
Vinny's too selfish. Vinny's being selfish. Vinny's doing this. Vinny's doing that. Vinny. It'll be all of the above. I mean, just because Vinny lost the Ballon d'Or, they were calling him things. They were saying things to him. They were saying, "Oh, that's the beach Ballon d'Or. That's what you won. This and that, that and this." They were criticizing him, and I mean, he hasn't come back from that. I mean, let's keep it a buck. He hasn't come back from that. He thinks that he's still the best player, even though he hasn't shown Ballon d'Or numbers. Even though, in my opinion, he never did. But that's a whole different story. I do think that the Ballon d'Or should have gone to Bellingham. They should have pushed the wrong player. And I do think that if they wanted a player to win the Ballon d'Or, it should have been Bellingham. They should have pushed Bellingham, but that's just my opinion.
Got the lead.
That's just my opinion. I do think that another issue is that Bellingham is doing a lot of the work himself when he's there. If you really look at it, Bellingham
Behind, Black Ops.
and the midfielder, he's showing that he's world class.
We got the advantage.
I think
we have to keep it.
that there's levels. But there's a lot of levels to this, and I do think that Madrid is in a way that you can't really do a lot if you're a manager.
Scout house standing by. You are ready to launch.
You really can't do a lot if you're the manager. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You really can't do a lot because everything you do, every little thing you do, even if it's just benching a player for a game or two, maybe he's not ready. Maybe Vinny was just not ready. But like, you can't bench him because at that point you're gonna have 10 articles saying that who will Madrid pick? Will they pick Xabi Alonso or will they pick Vinny? Like that's the move that's the issue with the media. I think the media when it comes to Madrid, every small thing that happens is a big thing. Every small thing that happens is a big thing. And I know you're the biggest club in the world, and that's how it's supposed to be. I'm not saying that there's no that's a problem. I'm just saying that there's issues to that where you have to be like, damn. Damn, that really sucks that you don't only have to deal with the players. You have to deal with the media. You have to deal with what the media thinks. Because what the media thinks is not always 100% what's true out there. I mean, it's kind of a fact. It's not 100% what's true out there. And
Hostiles released a skewer.
I know it's gonna hit me. Oh man. No, but I do think that there's some key problems in how Madrid, what the problem is to when you manage Madrid and when you manage other clubs. And I mean, going from, I think the issue was not Xavi Alonso's I think his issue was his experience. I do think that that was a big issue. I do think that going from Leverkusen, where the media isn't as big, where every good thing you do is praised, because Leverkusen before Xabi Alonso was really not a team that you had to worry about. And that was just a known fact. Leverkusen was always known for losing everything. I mean, there is a lot to say about it, in my opinion. There is. I don't think that he was experienced enough for it, because Madrid, every good thing you do, there's always bad publicity. Every bad thing you do, there's always bad publicity. There's not a win. There's not a way where you could win when you're the big guy, when you're the manager of Madrid. There's no way you could win. There's never a way you could win. They always find a way to criticize you, and I think that he was not ready for that. I don't think that he was ready for that. I don't think he's also ready for a job like Liverpool. I think. But that's a whole different story, in my opinion.
Made that look easy, kill team.
That's a whole different story. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Xabi Alonso is not ready for a big club. He's not ready for a big club like Liverpool. I'm not saying that he's meant for a small club, because he's also not meant for a small club. I think stylistically he's a very genius of a guy. I just think that there is a lot more that he could do. In my opinion, there's a lot more that he could do, and I think that Liverpool could make sense. But Liverpool right now, I think Liverpool fans are a bit greedy right now. They're way too greedy right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're way too greedy. They're thinking that they deserve this. They're thinking that they deserve the world right now. They're a bit too greedy. If they sack Arne Slot, I think it's mainly just to get Xabi Alonso, and if it's like that, I think it's one of those issues where it's like, okay, it's one of those issues when you really look at it, it's like, it's something that I don't know how to explain it honestly, but like it's one of those things where it's like, okay, yeah, but you will turn into fast hands. There's nothing you can do about this. Oh, like so, but that's fine. No, but there is a lot of maneuvering, in my opinion. There is a lot of the maneuvering where, but I do think that if he goes to Liverpool, he is gonna struggle a bit, and because when he goes to Liverpool, I mean, the expectation from Madrid to Liverpool is winning the Prem. That's what they will have. They have the Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans are in a way, this is gonna sound bad, but their fan base is a successful version of Arsenal. I'm sorry, but it's a fact. It's a fact. That's what they are to me, and that's what they will always be. They think that they deserve everything, even though they haven't done anything to be like, oh yeah, they're gonna win Premier League after Premier League after Premier League. last Premier League they pretty much won because a lot of teams weren't ready for it. You could say, oh, Arsenal bottled it. I mean, you could say that, but I do think that injuries had to do a lot with it. But there was a lot that people were just doing it just to hate. Which, you know what, I respect it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, go to hell because of that. But I do think that there's a clear issue with Liverpool's, in my opinion, Liverpool's way of seeing things, and they're a bit. They criticize Arsenal for doing the same thing that they do, just because they're a bit more successful. They think that they have the right to do it. I mean, he thought his teammate was eating him, bro. Oof. Oh. Nah, but I do think that they're just a successful version of Arsenal fans. Let's keep it a buck. That's what their fan base is. And that's what their fan base has always been, in my opinion. It's always been like that. But hey, let's move on because Liverpool isn't winning anything this year. Woohoo! How you like that? But honestly, did I talk about Call of Duty? I think I mentioned it, but I don't think I really talked about it. So let's move on to Call of Duty. In my opinion, what am I gonna do when ranked is back? And I think I'm just gonna do what I did last time. But this time a bit earlier. This time way earlier. Extremely earlier. Last time I did it a bit late. The year before that it was extremely late. So yeah, I'm gonna do a Road to Crimson again. This time I'm hoping it isn't as hard as last time. Well, it's gonna be hard, but this time I'm hoping the maneuvering could go very, very smoothly, because to gold it went very smoothly. Didn't I think we went like on an 8-10 game win streak. It was absolutely crazy. I mean, I really can't complain how I ended up in gold last time.
Enemy UAV detected.
Oh man. Enemy UAV. And that dude is like that, okay. Let's see if this person moves. And the person did move. Nah, but in my opinion, they're... Ah, he almost tried to diddy me. He tried to diddy me.
Hostile UAV established above.
But there is a... How do I explain this? There is a placement match. Yeah, I did talk about this. There is a placement match. We gotta see how well we do there. You'll probably see me play it a lot with my friend. Pretty much. That's pretty much what you're gonna see. A lot of the sessions will, maybe some days I'll do two uploads a day, 2 lives a day. 41.44. That's beautiful. But yeah, I mean, there's gonna be one of those days. There's gonna be some days that I'm gonna do upload twice. upload twice in one day. And those are gonna be some nice ones. I mean, it's all. Oh, I thought that dude had my gun for a second. I was about to say. Oof. Oh man, couldn't do anything there. I had to reload.
Lead
Oh,
stay
they
on
killed him.
task.
Oh. Oh man, I knew that person was there. Oh, whatever.
Enemies took the lead. Make them regret it.
Oh damn. Nah, but honestly, they're
Enemy UAV detected.
there is a lot to say about ranked, and I mean,
Release skewer on mission.
I do think we have everything for ranked. There's nothing where I could be like,
Be advised. Enemy watchdog helo incoming.
beautiful.
Hostiles released a skewer.
RCXD on mission.
Ah man, the person was behind me. Nah, but are you
You're
kidding
losing.
me,
Switch it
game?
up.
I had to do that as quickly as possible.
Gather the wounded. Extract crews will be there soon.
No, but honestly, ranked, yeah, it's road to crimson. I mean, that's pretty much what I want to do the whole time. I mean, that was pretty much the goal for this one. And I guess we'll just have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. Because it is one of those things where I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I've been excited. I wish it happened in season 1 because maybe it would have been different. But hey, all we have to do is wait. All we have to do is wait. All we have to do is wait. But I think that is where I'm gonna end this. I know we got 24 minutes, but I mean, we talked about everything, pretty much. There is nothing I could say no more. Let me think about it. We talked about football, we talked about soccer, we talked about football, soccer, I mean. We talked about the Super Bowl. We talked about ranked. We talked about what I'm gonna do for ranked. Is there any more content coming in the future? Is that what? Should we talk about that? No. All right, there is nothing more. We have an hour on. Remember, like and subscribe, and peace.